In June, Punchup, a platform on a mission to transform live entertainment by providing new ways to connect entertainers to fans, announced that it raised $2.3 million in a seed round. Danny Frenkel, Punchup's co-founder and CEO, joins me back in studio with more. Danny, it's great to have you back on the show.
So wonderful to be back with you.
Congratulations on this round. How are you going to use this money?
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, we're very lucky. Right now, when you're trying to build out a company, I think in the past, prior to a lot of the AI tooling, you weren't able to get the same level of efficiency from every individual engineer that you'd have on your team. And now we've been able to build out a lot of the core infrastructure, and now it's just a question of advancing that further and building out the products to be a bit more on the overall functionality that we've already laid the foundation for.
How can a user interact with your platform?
Yeah, so a user can interact in a couple different ways. The first, they can come and watch content that an entertainer is posting where they want people to be able to sign up for the mailing list. The second way is they can come and find out when they're playing a show local to them and actually buy tickets now on the platform itself.
And what is the cost for users?
Zero. There's the whole point is that right now live entertainment is a wildly inefficient business. Like, we keep thinking and hearing all these headlines of like, oh my God, it costs $150 to be able to go see a particular artist, and somehow everybody's still upset that with a $150 ticket price, the artist still thinks they're not making enough money, the promoter thinks they're not making enough money, the venues, ticketing platforms, etc. And the reality is there's so much inefficiency. So what we're only trying to do is actually decrease the cost for everybody instead of adding on any new incremental costs, whether that is for users, artists, venues, ticketing platforms, etc.
I'd love to get your thoughts more on artificial intelligence, how it can be deployed, and where the investment should be made.
Yeah, I mean, if anything, I think the irony here is I'm a huge believer in AI. I think AI is going to be transformative. I think it's really one of the most amazing technologies of my lifetime. But I also think that we've seen this cycle play over and over, where early on when we first found out about cell phones, we were playing Snake on that old Nokia. No one could have really envisioned that now I would have a GPS device with all the music that I've ever had, and I would figure out love by swiping right or left. I think similarly we saw with crypto, like there was a huge amount of investment that went in, and there's still not a lot of clarity on the exact use cases that people are going to be doing with it. I think same thing in AI, where clearly it's going to be a big thing, but right now investors are spending so much money in AI companies. There's actually a bit of a meme going around where if you just put a .ai at the end of your website, you get more money. Where I think the interesting play is actually figuring out, all right, AI is going to obviously come in and transform a lot of workforce technology into the ability to create content. The question is, what is not going to be interrupted by AI? And so you can think about stuff like fine art, you can think about culinary experiences, or you can think about live entertainment. And live entertainment is going to be one of these things that you can't really replicate no matter how good algorithms get. And so I'm actually excited that we found investors, and that you're going to see, I think, a larger trend of investors looking for that counter AI bet, of the things that are going to continue to grow in spite of whatever the unknowns are of the technology that we know is going to be transformative, but not sure the exact direction or where exactly it's going to end up progressing most.
What are some of the live entertainment festivals or organizations, events that your company has partnered with?
Yeah, so we're still relatively new in the ticketing space, but we did debut for our first big splash with Stern Grove Festival, which is one of the oldest and largest festivals in San Francisco. Prior to this, a very large public ticketing company had been their ticketing partner and was not able to handle the level of demand that us, with only 3 engineers, were able to seamlessly transform in terms of their overall ticketing experience. And then the second, we just launched, we'll come back for another announcement on this one, with one of the most famous comedy clubs in the world, and are doing a few of their different clubs, and I guess customizing a lot of our offerings to our unique vertical currently, which is stand-up comedy.
What's the timeline on that?
Well, I think we're going to see a lot of growth in the stand-up comedy vertical, and then as part of this seed round, we're going to start moving into other verticals, as I came last time I mentioned to you about music and even potentially some magic.
Finally, Danny, how does the economy shape your business?
Yeah, I mean, I think in general, it's funny, I was here last time as the markets were dropping enormously. It was kind of funny being here talking about live entertainment as like the markets were down thousands of points. I think overall, if the economy's down, people inevitably are going to be spending less, but people always need an outlet for fun. And I think that there are just certain things that have a level of resiliency, and live entertainment is one of those things. I'm sure that the $500 tickets will see some level of downward pressure as things potentially end up contracting a bit more, but overall, I firmly believe in the durability of verticals that have been around for hundreds of years, and you can even think of live entertainment going back to the Roman Colosseums as one of the oldest forms of entertainment. I think will be around no matter what.
And Americans have shown they still like to have fun.
There you go.
Danny Frenkel, Punchup's co-founder and CEO, joining us after a new seed round. Danny, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Yep.